I filled it up a little too full.
Beneath my load, I realized the aesthetic enjoyment and packing are not always complementary. That there is not the full appreciation of smells and vistas and sounds when every step is. All the animals in the woods, I believe they have given me the most pleasure. What would a campsite be like without a squirrel or two to watch? I like the warm heather brown of their coloring, the rim of the white around the eyes.
It is another cold day in Minnesota. Kyle cut down, or he is taking down this woodshed. He's gonna build a new one, a new lean-to or something. But I'm on my way to head to a little antique shop. I also have my shopping list. I got an awesome sourdough bread cookbook, and so I'm gonna start my mother starter, however you call it. So I have to get some equipment for that today. So like I was saying, I'm heading to the antique shop. I wanted to go to this store in particular because it has a lot of like vintage bakeware and cookware and all that stuff, and I feel like I'm gonna find some stuff for bread baking. So I'm gonna go there, and then I have to go to the meat market. I have to go get flour for the starter, some distilled water, and then I have to come home. I'm gonna plant some new seeds, so I'll update you guys on our seeds and how they're looking. Okay, well, I did all that running around for nothing. I didn't find a single thing that I needed, but I wanted to show you guys my book that I got. So it is this, and we are going to do our starter once I get all the materials I need to make some homemade bread. So I'm going to show you guys what I was needing. So I need a Marinex baking dish, but basically I need a dish that's 10.5 inches. Didn't find one from the store. I need a flour sack, cotton towel. Couldn't find that at the store either. And then I also need a 3.75 glass lock bowl, which I also couldn't find. So I might just have to go online and purchase one online. So I think I'm gonna do that right now, and then we're gonna do seeds. I'm gonna start planting some other seeds that we have just because I'm feeling antsy. And I also, in my homestead gardening book, it shows all of the cold weather plants. So I figured, why not just start some now? So then it's, you know, the quicker they come up or the sooner they come up. And they're also like fine in the colder weather. So we're gonna try that out. Skeeter, get him. Get Kyle. Get him. Go get him.
Who's your daddy? Skeeter, come here. Hey, come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, thank you. That was such a fun wrestling match.
Interest in wellness, and today she is going to teach you how to be well and stay well. With that, let's welcome Claire to the Skinny Confidential, him and her podcast.
This is the Skinny Confidential, him and her.
Low frequency, and maybe it's high frequency, I don't know which side it is. It's in a weird frequency and it needs more of what you just did. Can you describe what I'm trying to say?
I think you're absolutely right, and I think, you know, I thought I was fairy. I ran around.
With the soundboard,
I never.
Things for a short period of time. Like Michael will journal a minute a day, whereas I would be like, oh, if I'm in a journal, I'm 15 minutes with the views are going, and I left the window open.
Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning, and I did not film very much yesterday, so I'm so sorry. But after I did my seeds, we really just hung out at home. We watched the Wild game. The Wild won, so that's exciting with their new goalie. But this morning, we have a little Sunday tradition. Every Sunday, we try to go to one of our favorite kind of local breakfast places, and so we're going to head there pretty soon. It is 2 degrees out. When I woke up this morning, it was -1. So it is cold. It is winter again. Apparently we're supposed to get more snow. So that's really depressing. I was just telling Kyle about these jars, and I don't think I even showed you guys these yesterday. So these are the jars that I bought from that antique store that I went to yesterday. I'm going to put flowers in these in the spring. But I'm obsessed with these blue jars. So I've been looking for them everywhere, specifically like the used, vintage, repurposed ones. So yeah, I found these yesterday at the antique store, and that's the only thing that I got was these 3. We just got done with breakfast, and every time we come here, we always save him our bacon.
Good boy, Skeeter. Take it a woof. Give me a woof. Good boy. Skeeter, can I get a woof? Give me a woof. Good boy. How's that? Is that good?
Good boy.
Oh, here's a crumb. Good boy. We love you, Skeeter.
would get so excited. I'm excited for that. I miss that.
Are you excited, Skeeter? Don't worry, buddy. We're almost there. We're almost there.
Oh gosh. Are you hunting, Skeeter? Are you hunting?
Deer, squirrels, fox, coyotes.
Okay, fun little story for you guys. So, Kyle, Skeeter, and I, we drove down this road because we were gonna go for a walk and take Skeeter for a walk. And we saw a deer, and we like drove slowly to it, and we noticed that the deer was walking really weird. And we think he had a broken leg. But anyway, he went up this hill and off into the woods, and now we wonder if he made it or if the wolves or coyotes got him.
Either that or it's starved to death.
Yeah, because I mean, the snow is so pretty. I mean, it was before all of this completely melted.
It definitely didn't make it, or you know.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
then looking at the tracks, you could tell it was dragging its one leg. So I don't know if it got hit by a car or. But since it was warm, it changed the texture of the snow, and now it got cold again, so it's frozen. So you can walk right on top of the snow without snowshoes. So it's like the best time of year for winter travel, actually.
Any chalk on that birch tree?
I think so. Should get him excited.
Yeah.
Skeeter, Skeeter, get him up, hunt him up. Get the birds, get the birds. Find the birds. There's a bunch in here though.
A ton of birch trees.
I'm gonna go check these over here.
Okay. I know. I mean, we saw that one chunk, but we need a ladder to get it the other day. It's actually fun walking back in here now that we can walk on the snow.
Actually, like the perfect time of year. Yeah.
Oh, I hear him. Let's see where he comes from.
There he is. Yeah, I knew I saw him. Skeeter really has kind of he's got a lot of freedom. Like, he'll disappear for 10 minutes sometimes, and you know, he might be a mile or two away, but he always comes back. And he's been doing that since he was a puppy pretty much, so he knows how to smell his way back.
Yeah, because he grew up hiking the 3 miles, 2 miles, whatever, to the log cabin. So he would always be running in the woods.
And his nose is always to the ground, so he knows how to,
Make his way back.
yeah,
He knows where
he's
he
at.
gets loved and fed and treats.
That's the thing, like a lot of people, if their dog like runs off and then comes back, you know, they'll yell at him and whatever, but I think that's like the worst thing you can do, because then it makes him not want to come back. So I've never once done that, but yeah, like Cierra said, he knows where he gets fed and who loves him, so he comes back every time.
Good boy.
How many miles have you ran, Skeeter? Are you up to 10 probably?
There's a little robin. Oh, where'd it go? Did it leave?
No,
Oh, it's still there.
It's still there.
There's a little robin right there. Oh, there it flies away. We also saw a deer walking.
shit.
Oh, that's Skeeter. I'm like, there's
Skeeter,
another
come
one.
on.
Skeeter, come.
Come! That's where the deer was.
Yeah. I'm like, there's another one, but it was Skeeter. Look at him.
Come on, Skeeter.
How did he get up there?
He's so fast.
Come on. Good boy.
You good boy? Ow! Oh, thanks, Skeeter. Thanks, Skeeter.
Skeeter's in position. He knows we have breakfast on the table. We went out to breakfast yesterday, and typically I don't ever eat all of my omelet that I get, so we just take it home and then have it for breakfast the next day if Kyle hasn't eaten it yet. So that's what we're having for breakfast. Added some sausages in there and some orange juice.
Go eat out of your dish. I found a crumb. Okay, that's good. No. Look like a hot mess. Is yours inside out? We ate it all, Skeeter. It's all gone.
I just had an appointment in town, so I stopped after that to grab some groceries that we needed for tonight's dinner, and I wanted to maybe show you guys like the price points of our groceries here, because I have had comments before asking of me doing a grocery haul and like what the prices are for where we live. So I wouldn't really call this like a true grocery haul and like what we typically spend on groceries, because I didn't get much, but I did get a lot of the basics that we typically get every week. So like bacon, vegetables. Actually, I didn't get any. Oh, I did. I got some peppers. I got 5-pound bag of potatoes. So these are just like some other things, or just like some random things that we needed for the dinner, but that I picked up. So first I'm going to start with the meat market. So I picked up this 5-pound bag of, it actually came out to Okay, this actually isn't a 5-pound bag of potatoes. It actually came out to 8.2 pounds of golden potatoes, and this came out to $8, so $1 per pound. I don't know if that's good or bad. I couldn't tell you, but this is $8.12. So we need about 2 pounds of these for our dinner tonight. Then I grabbed some of the home style summer sausage that they make there, because a lot of times for lunch I'll just have, like, which we actually got today, I'll just have some crackers and meat and cheese. So like I really love these pepper jack nut thins with some meat or with like tuna. So a lot of times I eat this for lunch. So, and we also use this for like a little treat for Skeeter too. This was $4.49 and it is 0.75 pounds. So summer sausage. We got bacon, which is like a must for us. we always have bacon here. So I got 2 different kinds. We normally get the smoked bacon, but I actually wanted to try a flavor this time. So this is the Applewood smoked bacon, and this is just regular smoked bacon. This is 1.98 pounds of bacon, and it came out to $15.82. We only get bacon from the meat market just because it is so much better. We're supporting local, and the crappy bacon at the grocery store is like $15. No, it's like, I don't know, $10. So why not pay for this good bacon than buy crappy bacon for almost the same price? And then this is the Applewood smoked bacon. It is 1.56 pounds of bacon, and it came out to $12.46. $12.46. So that is bacon. Then I picked up a hot Italian sausage, and this is 1.23 pounds of hot Italian sausage, and this was $4.54. So I don't know, like, on the spender side, I don't know, but again, like, we like to buy from the meat market because we know it's good. So, and then I also got this little dog bone for Skeeter. It came out to $2.80, but it's like a thick chunk of bone that he loves. He loves these so much from there. So we got that from the meat market. I'll put this in the grocery, or in the refrigerator in a bit. So those, and then we also I grabbed 2 yellow peppers from the meat market as well, and they came out to $1.89 per pepper. So I grabbed that, and then I grabbed 1 lemon because every morning I drink lemon water with ginger before I drink coffee. So I picked up a lemon, and this was 99 cents. So that was all from the meat market. It came out to a total of $53 even for all of that stuff. Next up, from the grocery store, stopped at Super One, I got, so for dinner tonight we're making a hunter's casserole with our venison. So a lot of this stuff was what I needed for that meal specifically. So I picked up cottage cheese, which, you guys, if you're not mixing cottage cheese with tuna and salt and pepper, oh my god, so good. It's like my favorite snack with crackers. So I grabbed cottage cheese. I got some Monterey Jack shredded cheese for our dinner. I got ricotta cheese, and then I got a chocolate milk because I was really thirsty, a white onion, and some chopped chilies, green chilies from Super One. So, and then these crackers. So all of this came out to $14.85. So not bad, but kind of a lot for just like little things like this. But yeah, so in total I spent, what, $53 and then plus $14.85. So what is that, $70 some in groceries? So that's all of our groceries. Also right here I have our venison thawing out, and I have some little buns rising in here. They're just the, what brand are they? They're just the Rhodes dinner rolls. So I put 8 of them in here to rise, and then I'm gonna cook these with our casserole. But I will check back in with you guys when I start cooking, and I'll show you guys what we make. The second Skeeter jumped out of the car, he came in here and flushed up a grouse. Good boy! Where are the birds?
Probably another one in there. Nice vista. We call that a vista.
This is so pretty. We just took a little portage on the road that we were walking on to this lake. You can hear the wind in the trees. Really good spot.
Nobody around, like nothing out here either.
What are you doing? I'm getting ready to make dinner, and I have all of the ingredients and everything I need, the steps, the recipe, all on here, so that way I don't have to keep looking at my phone when I have dirty hands from cooking. We have the snow water melting, the snow melting for water, because I have to boil potatoes in this pot. So we have snow melting, and while that's going on, I'm gonna start chopping the peppers and the onions and kind of just get the little prep work stuff ready for when the water's ready. Is that your bone? His tail. Is that your bone? His tail goes, Skeeter, is that your bone? Did you get a treat? Good boy. Skeeter, is this your bone? Ooh, it feels meaty actually. I feel like there's some meat on there. Oh, look at these buns. They have definitely risen.
Nice. We don't have any data on it, or I don't know if it has fish.
Well, we might have to just canoe it one day and just throw a line or two out and see.
Do you have a bun?
Yeah, you can have one. It is dance day for me today, and Kyle and Skeeter are coming with me. So really quickly, I checked their plants because I wanted to see how they were doing, because I planted some new stuff, and I wanted to see if anything was sprouting, which we do have some new sprouts, which is exciting. But I saw our jalapenos are getting so tall, so right now I'm going to transplant them. So then by the time, you know, tomorrow night when we come back and they're not, I don't want them to curl over. Kind of like what happened with the broccoli. And so hopefully we're hoping that they kind of build strength and, you know, kind of get tall, which I'm sure they will. But, I wanted to show you guys, we do have some new sprouts going on here. So we have a little sprout in there. We have a sprout here. And these are spinach, and it's spinach and Brussels sprouts. So we have one little Brussels sprout sprouting, I think. Actually, I think we have a couple now that I really look. It's like just barely creeping through the dirt. And then we have spinach over here. Then over here we have some salad mix sprouting, which is really exciting. Another one down there. And then in here, we do have a sprout going on down there, if it'll focus. I forgot what I put in here though, let me see. Oh, green salad bowl lettuce. So I did read in my little homestead gardening book that salad or lettuce is a good cold weather vegetable. So I figured it would be able to handle, you know, the kind of cold temps right now. And then these are all green beans, and I don't see anything yet. But it's getting real and it's getting exciting. Hopefully I can use this footage. I'm going to do a Q&A. I'm going to answer all the questions that you guys asked on my shorts video that I posted on last Friday. So, also disclaimer, if you watched Kyle's Q&A video, he did answer some of the same questions that I'm going to answer now, but just for those who maybe haven't seen that video, I'm going to answer some, but you guys can go check out his YouTube, Kyle's Cabin, and go watch his Q&A video too. First question is, how did we meet? So we met in high school. Kyle was a senior and I was a sophomore, and we started dating, and the rest is history. When is Skeeter getting his own channel? So we never really were gonna make Skeeter a channel until we got so many questions about Skeeter getting a channel. So we decided we are gonna make Skeeter a YouTube channel. We're not sure when, but we will let you guys know when that happens. Okay, and we have a special guest. Speaking of Skeeter, next question is, how do we support ourselves and what other jobs do we have? So as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I'm a dance teacher, and then I also do a lot of social media work. So I do, Skeeter, he's like taking up the whole thing.
This is becoming Skeeter's channel.
Yeah, this is Skeeter's channel. So I am a dance teacher, and I also do a lot of social media work with network marketing. And then Kyle, he did a lot of construction. He also went to school to be an electrician, so he did that for a little while. Then he went and moved to Alaska, and then moved back and did construction all throughout that. And now he's been able to make YouTube a full-time thing for him. But yeah, were you interested in off-grid living before meeting Kyle, or is it something you both decided to do as a couple? I was not into this lifestyle at all. Like I wanted nothing to do with it. Kyle kind of brought it up to me for the first time. He was in college and I was still in high school, and I kind of thought that it was like, Skeeter, can you lay down? There we go. I kind of didn't really think he was serious, like actually serious and wanting to live like that. So yeah, I was not into it at all. And it took me a while to actually be like, okay, I don't mind doing this, or I wouldn't mind living this way, and now I love it. I kind of dipped my toe into this lifestyle when he lived in Alaska, because I would go and visit him, and he had a dry cabin there, no running water. He built his log cabin there. And then when he moved back from Alaska, he was like, this is my dream, this is what I want to do. So he built his log cabin, and obviously like I would go there and there isn't running water or anything. So I'm like, okay, you know what, this isn't that bad. So yeah, I was not into it at all, but now I'm like I really like it a lot.
I think like people could really get used to it.
Yeah,
like that. Like humans are really adaptable. Like it seems, because it seems so strange, because most people, you have running water, electricity. So
yeah,
when you think of like off-grid, like it seems like but you'd be surprised. Like after like a couple weeks, you really just get used to it and get the hang of it. And it's like, and then it just becomes normal, and you don't even think about it anymore, really.
Honestly, I really truly believe, just coming from me like being so anti to living it, it's really like, I don't know if I want to say an ego thing or like a perspective. It's more of like a perspective thing. Like you think that you need running water and be able to flush a toilet, but once you just accept it, you're like, oh, like this isn't bad. Why was I freaking out about it? Is there any chance that a snowmobile is on the table? Personally, I feel like it's not needed. Like everyone's always like, why don't you guys have a four-wheeler? Why don't you guys have a snowmobile? We can move around without it,
Yeah, like I like doing things by hand too, because that's how I stay in shape. And like both of us, it's like we like being active and doing things kind of the old school way, and it's kind of our gym. So yeah,
and I think too, like it'd be fun to have a snowmobile, and it'd be nice when we're out ice fishing, but I don't mind the walk out on the lake.
Well, remember when we would hike into the log cabin that first, everyone was always like, you guys need a snowmobile, but it's like we're not really like in a race to get there. It's like like when you walk and you're quiet, you kind of take things in, like you notice a lot more things rather than just like zooming by everything on a snowmobile. Exactly. And so, and like kind of the hike in, it kind of makes getting to the cabin like more enjoyable, because you got to experience the wilderness going there, and you're far more likely to run into an animal, because if an animal hears a snowmobile from like a mile away, they're all gone. So it's it's just more peaceful, and it was just like the walk was honestly like one of my favorite parts of going there is the hike in. It's like you really get the feel of the wilderness, like, oh, this is actually pretty far out when you have to walk,
And it's so pretty. Like you really do miss everything when you're just zooming by.
Yeah, and plus Skeeter got to run around.
Oh yeah, Skeeter would run miles and miles. He loved it. I think that's why he loves. I mean, all dogs love the woods, but I think why he loves it so much and like he's just the happiest is because he grew up like that. Yeah. And like always hiking to the cabin.
Mm-hmm. Well, like right now we're going to my parents' place. So my dad's doing a tune-up on his four-wheeler, so I'm going to help him with that while Sierra's teaching dance. And like Skeeter, when he's in town, he doesn't have any concept of property lines or anything, because he's so used to just like roaming all over. My parents have 2 acres, so it's not like they're really like stacked on top of people, but he'll like wander into people's yards and like pee on their trees and all this stuff, like, because he just doesn't get it, because he's never really had any like boundaries to like worry about. He just kind of gets to roam and go wherever. So it's like kind of funny. I mean, it's not funny, but I think it's kind of funny that he's like going in everybody else's yards and all that. But
okay, this actually kind of is a good segue into the next question. The next question is, have you and Kyle ever encountered a wolf, bear, or dangerous animal on the trail when walking to your cabins? So we've never like ran into a bear or a wolf. But if we did, it wouldn't be that alarming, because they're more afraid of us than we are of them. And also Skeeter, we have Skeeter with us, so I feel like Skeeter would be really on top, or like he would, sense that there's something and growl. We actually went on a hike last fall, and we think we ran into a bear, or not ran into, but there was a bear up the trail a while, because Skeeter was growling, and like normally if it's a deer, he would be booking right out or right after it. But we think it's a bear because he was just acting so weird and like on alert. But one time in Alaska. So Kyle was about to build his log cabin there, and we were kind of just checking out the property because he had just bought it and I was there visiting, so we were going to check it out. And Kyle, you know, left his gun on the four-wheeler while we were looking for it, because he had his GPS in his hand, like trying to figure out the land borders and everything. And we definitely...
We were pretty close to a bear.
We ran
into it. I mean, you could hear it like whoop.
You would hear it stomp, like loud stomps. It wasn't a moose. I don't mean like stomps like that, but you could just hear like loud crunches.
You could tell it was a big animal, and then we like startled it.
Yeah.
And then I walked up in there, and there was fresh bear tracks. So it was definitely a bear. I don't know if it was a grizzly or a black bear, but that was. I was pretty scared, but I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to not act scared because they can obviously sense that. But don't run.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
But the bear and wolf thing, like that gets so over dramatized by like TV shows and all that. Like wild animals want nothing to do with humans at all. Like black bears will come in the yard and like mess with bird feeders, or like when you're camping, they'll come in and like, but they're after your food. They can smell your food that you have with, and that's what they care about. They don't.
Yeah.
And it has happened. People have died from bears, but it's like very
rare.
very, very like special circumstances.
Yeah.
You know, where like the wind's blowing just right, where you startle it or come across a mom with cubs or something. But it's not anything I worry about at all.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Or like with Skeeter, like we don't worry about that with being at the cabin, log cabin or the cabin now.
On the way to the log cabin, every time I go there, I'm following fresh wolf tracks, but I never see them because they can smell you from a mile away, and they don't, like I said, they don't want anything to do with you. So, spotting a wolf in the wild is very, very rare.
Mm-hmm. The next question is, what do you do about laundries? We, a lot of times, will either do laundry at a laundromat, or if we go to Kyle's parents, or if I go to my parents, we'll just take laundry that we have and just do it at their house. This is more of a you question, Kyle. Since you guys are in Minnesota, are you Vikings fans, and who is your favorite player? So obviously, because I live in Minnesota, I cheer on the Vikings, but I don't really have a favorite player. I don't think.
Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith is yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, big Vikings fan, big Wild fan.
Yeah, Wild fan for sure. The next one is, how do you get internet off grid? Just like you would get internet on grid. I feel like, I don't know, Kyle explained this more in depth on his channel, but we used to have a hotspot that would just connect to like cellular data, but that was terrible out where we live because we don't get very good data there, so or like cell phone service there. So we just called a Wi-Fi company, and they were able to come out and set one up for us. So we connect it right to our solar power source.
And I didn't even know that we could do that, because I was like, well, we're not connected to the power grid. Like, is it even possible to get set up? And they're like, yeah, there's a few people in the area that have, that are off grid it doesn't matter, because like it's just the router that you plug in, so it draws nothing basically. So
so we just have it plugged into our EcoFlow, which powers our whole place, which is run off solar. So is Kyle going to be adding a garage onto the cabin this summer? No, a garage, well, we wouldn't add it onto our cabin. It would probably be like out by where the old woodshed was, but we probably, I don't know, if anything, it'd be like a one stall thing, right?
Probably.
Yeah, like nothing too big. I don't know, we'll see. That might be like in the future, but not this summer. It's not a priority. Do you ever want kids of your own? Yes, and we get questions about this all the time. And yes, we do plan on having kids. We do plan on getting married. Another question was, do we plan on continuing the off-grid lifestyle when we have kids? And I think, why not? Like, it's really no different than living on the grid, so I think we will. Do the Wild, this is a question for you, do the Wild have a shot at the Cup this year?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I'm more excited about this team than any other team ever, as far as the Wild goes. And I think with the trades we just made, getting Marc-Andre Fleury and Middleton and that other dude, we brought in some bigger bodies, so that's going to help a lot in the playoffs, because playoff hockey is a totally different style than regular season hockey. So we're kind of built with some size now. Yeah. So I think we'll be able to play a more physical game, which we haven't really been able to do in the past. So I like our chances.
Yeah.
But it all comes down to goaltending, really. I mean, your goalie wins you the Stanley Cup usually, so you need a hot goaltender. So we'll see.
What is one challenge living off grid that you didn't expect, and what have you conquered that you didn't think was possible? I don't think there really is any challenge. It's really just like getting, how can I say this? Like getting.
What was the question?
It's, what is one challenge living off grid that you didn't expect?
That you didn't expect?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel okay. I feel like the biggest challenge for me was not having like on-demand water.
Yeah,
Like
it's the water thing.
It's the water.
People worry so much about like the power, like, oh, how am I going to have solar, like electricity or solar? Like that's like not even a big deal. Like running water is the best. I mean, it's the best invention of all time. So, and like on-demand hot water, all that. So that's kind of I mean, obviously we melt snow for our water in the winter, so that's time-consuming and takes
like having to wait.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just time-consuming.
Yeah.
You know?
I think was my biggest challenge. I feel like just me, I never ever in my whole life thought that like I would live a lifestyle like this, and I don't want it to come off as like, oh my god, it's so bad. Like it's not, but like I think just like living like this is a huge accomplishment. And Kyle talks about this all the time, like, you know, having to provide everything that you need, like melting snow for water, chopping wood for heat, like all that stuff. And like I never thought that I would live this way, but the fact that I do, and I love it, I think that is a huge like thing that I conquered. But yeah, I would say the one challenge living off grid was not having on-demand water, but that's why it'll be a lot more rewarding, and like we'll appreciate it when we have a well this spring.
Oh yeah.
Like it'll be, oh my god, like I'm so grateful to have this well, because we didn't have it.
Yeah, like even going home right now where we're going to go have, like, you know, my parents have running water, so it's like, you know, like turning on a faucet, it's like, ooh, it's like magic. Because we're so used to not having it, it's like, whoa, look at this is so cool, hot water on demand. It's like, it's like, wow. But yeah, but also I'd say like with being off grid, you realize how much stuff we all just take for granted now.
Yeah.
We don't even, you know, it's like, so I would say it's kind of humbled us, and it's made like a lot more great. I mean, it's made me anyways, so like a lot more grateful for stuff that we have and all that. Right now when I go home, I'm going to take a shower, and I'll get to take a shower as long as I want.
Yeah, and it'll be...
Yeah, because normally, you know, it's just the 5 gallons is all I get, so it's like a get down to business kind of shower, and I turn the water off while I'm soaping up to save it and all that. But now it's like when I go home, I'll take like a 15-minute shower and just let the hot water, you know,
just
hit me.
Stand there for
and
a while.
It's like, wow, this is so nice.
Yeah. Well, that is it for all the questions. But we definitely will do this again soon, and maybe we'll do it together. Yeah. Even though, I mean, we kind of did this together, but we'll do we'll do another one soon together. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I said this was going to be like a weekend in my life, but it kind of dragged on through the week. So, yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next video.